Yeah. I used to hate it here. Now I love it here. Started from the bottom. Yeah. Now taking over the atmosphere. Hey, turn me up. They wanna be me. I want them in the back to hear how I get down. When I let her be me, they just lost access to me. Hey, what you say? I let her be me. I let her be me. Ain't nobody fresher than me. Walking, light up the whole room. Yeah, I'm everything I need. I let her be me. New vibe, new energy. If you don't like what you see, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's a you problem, why you looking at me? Used to look in the mirror like nah. Now I'm like you a star. I come a long way from broken nights. Now I'm outside living my best life. Hair done, still the one I can't deny. No filter, no cap, no lie. I'm that pressure I apply. Talk so slick and that's okay. I'm that boss, took my losses, paid the cost. Now I glow differently when I walk. Don't need love, I am love. Don't need help, I got a self-made, built up. Yeah, I finally had enough. Fresher than me, walking light up the whole room. Yeah, I'm everything I need. Hey, I let her be me. New vibe, new energy. Yeah. If you don't like what you see, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah. I don't chase, I track. Step outside, yeah, I'm all that. Confidence on its own 10, and I ain't never going back. Hey, used to shrink, used to hide, now I pop it with pride. Every scar, every tear made me who I am inside. Real talk, I leveled up, cut ties, I had to cut. Now my circles solid gold, and my energy too touch the vote. Stay with me, I love me, I trust me. Stay with me, again. I love me, I trust me. Can't break me, I'm winning, being me again. I love me, I love me. I trust me, can't break me. I wanna be me. I love me, I trust me, can't break me. I'm winning being me. Oh, I ain't who I used to be. Thank God he set me free. Now I move how I want, and I love what I see. No approval needed, no validation feeding me. I'm the vibe, I'm the wave, I'm the whole energy. Whole lot of drip on me. Walking, shut it all down. Yeah, I'm who I came to be. I love to be me. Too fly, too free. If you don't like what you see, baby, look away, this just in me. Yeah, took me a minute to get here, but I ain't going nowhere. I love to be me. Love starts within.
Tell them, lady, to love. Come catch these L.U.V.E.2 vibes. Looking for answers, looking for peace, trying to find a safe place. From healing and hope to purpose and truth, the journey begins inside of you.
Ooh, inside of you.
This is your time to let your courage rise, your ownership grow, finding your value, letting your voice show. Come on, that's it.
Release and restore.
respect what is true.
Step into your destiny.
The best version of you.
L.U.V.E.2,
Where healing becomes what guides you.
in L.U.V.E.2.
Where love and purpose finds you.
Building what's within.
Creating what is true.
In love too.
Love starts with you.
Join the conversation that's transforming lives through self-love awareness. That's in love too, baby. With your favorite inspiration, Solutionist.
What builds and what binds.
L.U.V.E.2.
And love to create you.
Love starts with you.
Now come inside.
The show is about to start.
Welcome to the Too Gone, Too Long Judgment Free Network. Please note that the opinions expressed by our guests and participants are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the network. We are committed to maintaining a safe and respectful environment. Bullying, harassment, or scrutinizing of any kind will not be tolerated and results in immediate removal and blocking from our platform. Thank you for helping us keep this a positive and judgment-free space for all. We welcome you and enjoy the show.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Lady to Love with N.L.U.V.E.2. And we're coming to you through Too Gone, Too Long Judgment Free Network. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. I want you to kind of let me know where you're coming in from. Give me an idea of where you're at. Come on. I want to see your responses. Your participation is required. All right. I got Green Pine Tree Club. All right, Green Pine Tree Club. Hello, hello, hello. It says we already think of several reasons why readers should enjoy discovering. That's why we'd love to explore featuring in our upcoming Reader Connection event. Oh, well, an invite already. Thank you. June 27th. All right. Good to see you, Green Pine Tree Club. All right. So we got people already tapping in. Second, all right. Love you too. Love you too. You love you too. Love you too. And I'm going to invite you. You're going to be a guest soon. Get the healing. All right. I'm loving it, everybody. I'm loving it. All right. From Gulfport. Gulfport. All right. You're in the house. All right. And N.L.U.V.E.2, I'm coming to you guys from North Kakalaki, as they say, North Carolina. And I want you to understand that chiming in is part of what we do together, because that's how we learn. That's how we grow. So come on, let me know where you're coming from. Let me know where you're chiming in from. And we can make this thing a learning thing that transforms not just us, but the world. All right. So coming in from N.L.U.V.E.2, as I said, and I am Lady to Love, your host for the N.L.U.V.E.2 Podcast. And this is my first episode, for 2026. So I'm glad to be back here and get some things done. So we're going to start by if we get any other people that let us know where you're coming from, we're going to chime you in as soon as that happens. But as I said in the intro and the description, it's more or less, we're going to do a lot of deep thought when it comes to who we are and who we would be without our pain attached to us. So, you know, you have to think how much of who you are today, right here, right now, how much of who you are today is kind of built around surviving and, you know, as opposed to truly living. So how much of you today is built around surviving and not truly living? You know, this podcast is going to be designed about many subjects that feature around building relationships because it's dealing with our connections to others. And based on that fact, we're connecting with others in different situations, different groups, different genres, everywhere. So communication, being a part of, relating and transferring that information correctly, and also through the process of what we're doing today, just learning how to heal from our past and not be our past. You know, it was said to me, if I took and look back and start driving, think about it, start driving, and all you have is your rear view mirror. You can't go forward. You got to just look in that rear view mirror. What would happen if we kept driving, trying to look in that rear view mirror? And when you think about that, you're looking at the past. And that's where our pain comes from. It comes from the past. So you want to heal. You want to go forward. We don't want to be driving, looking in that rear view mirror. And we can find our healing by going forward. So in today's podcast, we're going to be going over some things that will make us grow, make us advance. And I'm going to need your participation because that's what's required to get this job done, called living life and transforming and growing at the same time. All right. Good evening, Brenda Edwards. She says, good evening, host and guest. All right. From Columbus, Georgia. All right. Love Georgia. Love Georgia. Yes, I do. I have some family in Georgia. So as we go along, we're going to be discovering some things that we can do to grow beyond our pain. We're not going to be driving looking back from the rearview mirror. You can't hardly drive that way, right? A lot of people curve and swerve, but sometimes that's what we do in life, just trying to manage and maintain. So the question is, let's say it like this, if your pain disappeared, who would you be? If your pain totally disappeared, who would you be? You have to stop and pause and think about that. Because the first thing it should bring about is awareness. Awareness of who you are right now in the present moment. So you have to ask yourself a couple of things that might be necessary. Like at the current moment, which word? Let's see. Guys out here, how would you answer this? At the current moment, which one would you describe yourself? This is a one word. Would you describe yourself as healing, surviving, becoming, stuck, growing? Which one word would you use right now to describe yourself? Those words again were healing, surviving, growing, stuck, and becoming. So we'll look at that. We want to look at that. All right, Brandy Henderson says, becoming. Of course, it's a progress. And the things that we do in life should be just that, a progress through the process of living this thing we call life. So, okay, we have Lady to Love. She says, not Lady to Love, T Lady. B, healed and growing. All right, that works. You can have a combination because it takes more than one part of that. As you transition through different phases, you're going to be able to grow in one phase and into another, because that's the way growth happens. Just like a seed in the ground is buried in the darkness, and as it begins to grow, it progresses from one stage to the next. And that's what we're doing right now. Brenda Edwards says, it's not what I've done in the past that describes me. It's the people who know about it. Oh, well, maybe so. But we don't want to put too much merit on them when it's all about us to find our awareness in ourselves. But we do want to have the best company around us. I always say that you're fertilizing your soul by having the best people around you and in your group and in your corner and in your just environment. So it fertilizes that seed again to have the best soil it possibly can have to grow. And that soil is the people around you, and that seed is you. You grow from that fertilizer. So now, when we are looking at different things when it comes to this podcast, we're going to be exploring. We're going to be figuring out what builds and what binds us, in love, in relationships, in things that create you. Because that's where we are grounding ourselves from. The awareness of who we are right now. And if we live beyond or without our pain, our trauma, how would we be living? Who would we be living with? These are some things that we'll process as we go through. We want to be able to understand how different things have shaped us, growing through pain. We don't want it to be our past. We want it to be in the past, which it was part of our past. So don't let it be your future. Don't want to make decisions based on it from the future. We do want to have good discernment, though, at all times. At all times. So with discovering the things that we're going to go over today, we're going to be going over the hidden costs of kind of defining yourself through the past. How do you rebuild? How do you redefine yourself? What are some things you can do to enhance your characteristics and be more approachable, be more engaging? Keep processing to that becoming stage of who you are. So these are the things that we have to do to work on us. Thank you. Brenda Edwards says, true. Yes, I've had to weed my garden. Okay, that's a good way to say it, Brenda. I love that. I absolutely love that. Because if you're a seed, not in the right soil, I guess you'll get a lot of weeds around you, right? You will, definitely. Not having the right soil around you creates those weeds. And weeding your garden, just like Brenda Edwards says, is going to be the best thing you can possibly do to eliminate that. Then add that good soil around you. Get those good people that are working in your corner, that are going to give you not what you need all the time and need to hear, but what will correct you, that will make you challenge yourself, that will make you grow. A lot of people fear away from growing, fear away from changing. But I always have this thing, change is going to happen, even if you sit still. You have to understand growing is part of that change. And no minute yesterday is the same today. So change is a constant. And that's something we all have to adjust with and grow with at the same time. So I hope you guys are ready to grasp the concepts that we're going to go over. And I want you to keep engaging, because guess what? I need your participation, because I need to know where you are so that we can all work together to get in that place that's called growth. making sure we're in that good soul, as I said, making sure we're not driving from that rearview mirror, from that past that we have. So when you ask yourself, who would I become without my pain? Who am I without my pain? When you think about all those things, you have to make sure that you're not just living from survival. So you don't want to live in a survival mode, because survival can control our lives. It can control our lives in many ways. Out of fear, people pleasing. There's so many ways it can control us. So you have to be ready to make yourself more noticeable in the fact that you're changing those behaviors that you might have taken as part of who you are from your past, from your pain. So who would I be right now? I'm going to think about myself without my pain. I'd be free. I'd be living probably somewhere near water. You know, I love water. But those are the things that we would do without our pain. You would find yourself being more, I say, accommodating, because you're in an environment that would relax you. I know me, I like peace. I like solitude. I like to walk outside, nature. So the things that you do make you who you are currently. And of course, the past had something to do with that. So who would we be currently without our pain? So we're going to go over a couple of areas. And I'm going to need your participation eventually, because I have a game I want to play with you guys. And how important it is to have participation. You don't know how important it is. More important than ever. So join me right now. And you can hit me up. You can see my Linktree link right there. But there's an assessment on there too, guys. You can take that if you like. You really like to know where your self-love is for yourself. It's an assessment on there that will help you find out where you're at. But back to being in that survival mode and how it quietly controls us. And when you think about control and being in a survival mode, you might think about different areas. Let's say being hyper independent. You say, what is hyper independent? Hyper independent is when you say, you know, nobody can do it right. It has to be me. I have to do it. Nobody else can do it like I can do it. And you're so set in that mode that I really probably can't trust anybody else to do it. I have to depend on me. That's hyper dependency, where you're not giving freedom to grow by, experiencing the world, because you close yourself off, meaning, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it by myself. Nobody can do it right but me. So hyperdependency is one of those things that we may use as a technique of living still in our past and from our pain and from our trauma. And you could be suffering from different things that you haven't let go. And some of these skills will have to be ingrained in us over time so that we get better and we become better for ourselves. Okay? For ourselves. And that way, when you're communicating to someone else, you'll be able to develop those skills that make you shine, make you grow, and be in that good soul, as I kept mentioning. What about people pleasing? I know that's one thing I was guilty of, or have been guilty of. Always trying to accommodate. Always trying to be there for people. And when I'm there for people, sometimes that just means I wasn't there for myself. So people pleasing. You don't want to be a people pleaser. You don't want to take all the time that you have and be giving it away for free. You know, you're doing tasks that others probably can do for themselves. So people pleasing, I was guilty of that. Very much so. You're just trying to make everyone happy. And that happiness is everyone except for yourself. Guilty. I've been there. Another survival mode that quietly controls us. It may be something that you have a fear of, fear of letting people know about you. You're vulnerable. You don't want to be vulnerable. You don't want to look weak. But I have this concept about vulnerability. It takes more strength to be vulnerable than anything else. It does not require you to seem like you're all alone, even though you may. You may not want to share this or you may not want to share that, but find a special friend to share it with, a special person to share it with. Because vulnerability will acknowledge who you really are. You're being authentic with yourself by letting people know, well, I like this, I don't like that. I'm like this is who I am. Vulnerability. Another quiet, just, secret little thing that we do. We overwork ourselves. You're not guilty of that, are you? Are you guilty of overworking yourself? Overworking yourself causes you to not, again, count on anyone else. I can do it all by myself. And once you become guilty of that, you probably don't take time out for yourself. You don't make yourself a priority. So the quiet little things that steals, okay, says, yes, I'm guilty. I can understand that. Lady B says, yes, I'm guilty. I can understand that. I've been guilty too. When you think you don't have anyone that you can count on. Perfectionism. It has to be exactly like this. Oh, that's not good enough. Even if you get someone else to do it, you go back and redo it. Perfectionism. No one's perfect. But we'll take time to keep doing it and doing it and doing it till you think you have it perfect. But then it may still displease people. So there's no such thing as perfectionism. It's a striving goal to get it completed and done correctly, but not perfectionism. So that is another thing that will steal your time. It will steal your belief that you can't be free of surviving and just be in a survival mode. Got to keep doing this. I got to keep going over and over it. Let it go. Let it go. What about taking time to yourself, but too much time to yourself, like isolation? I don't trust this person. I don't think they'll do this. Or again, based on past pain, past things we've lived through. So you isolate. Okay? T Lady B says, I don't need perfect, but I need it done. Exactly. And that just takes willingness to allow someone else to do it. When it gets done, then you appreciate the fact. It may take something off of your overworking calendar. So appreciate that fact that it's done. It's a trust factor that you're building. I can trust someone else I can lean on someone else. I can build that faith that person can do what I ask them to do. It may not be like I do it, but allow that to happen. That's how we build connections. You don't want to be relying on survival mode. Oh, the dirty overthinking. The dirty overthinking. Overthinking. What does that mean? You're simply rehashing over and over and over the same concept, the same way you can present something. Oh, I should have said. Oh, I should have done. And you keep doing it so much. Even overthinking, let's say you're doing something like you're getting ready to go for an interview. You're thinking so hard about it, you're not relaxed enough to do what you need to do in the interview. What if? Too many what ifs. We're not going to live in what ifs. We have to rely on our own character, be original, and be relaxed in what we're doing. So overthinking doesn't help you. Okay. Brenda Edwards says, I hate to concede to something I didn't prefer. True. But watch out for the perfectionism. Allow people to do what they need to do. Because in you do what you need to do when it comes to involving everybody else. So we have to have that balance that, okay, I can accept the fact that it might not have been exactly like I wanted it, but it's done. It's absolutely done. And I thank you for it and appreciate your time and effort. Okay. Yes, that is. That is Leo energy. That is Leo energy for real, says Lady V. It is Leo energy. Okay. We will strive for that, being a Leo. We will strive for that. But we have to allow people to do the portion of the job that they are required to do, or even just a chance to do it. So those dirty little things I mentioned, like hyper independent, people pleasing, overthinking, fear of vulnerability, overworking yourself, perfectionism, isolation. Those are all things that can create. Okay, I understand that. Brandy Henderson says, I'm learning this now. Yes, Brandy. All right, take a break. Take more than 5. Okay. Okay. Brenda Edwards says, you a Leo too, huh? Yes. All right. Well, then Leos have it. All right. But that's a beautiful thing, to take time out for yourself. These things that I'm mentioning are something that can put you into that survival mode. So you don't want to be in a survival mode. What you want to be in is a mode where you can grow, you can relate, you can grasp the knowledge that you need to grasp, and also be able to incorporate it in what you do and incorporate it in your character. Because it's about getting better. And I have a quote I'll say a little bit later at the end that I always talk about better. Everybody has a level of better. So many of these behaviors, they are not signs that you are weak. They're not signs that you are wrong. They're signs that you may find that you use to protect yourself with. Well, they can't do it right. I don't need nobody else to do it. These are things that you tell yourself. So they are all things that might seem like they protect you. But then when you think about protection now. Is protection keeping them in or keeping you out? Is it keeping you safe? And that's another survival thing, keeping you safe. Or is it a healing thing? Like, how do I use all that to change my life and make me whole? Or better yet, is it a process of more or less becoming? Like, who am I if I don't worry about this happening to me? I don't let this affect me. So it's in that process of becoming that Brandy mentioned earlier. So let's take a look at something that we can do right now. There's a reflection game or survival. I'll call it survival game. It's called Survival and Strength. Survival and Strength. And if you are surviving this or you think this is a survival, put an S. If you think this is a strength, put ST. That's something simple and short you can do. But I'm going to give you some scenarios. I want you to tell me what you think, because we want to transgress out of this survival mode. In order to do that, transgression out of this survival mode so that we can transform down the way, we have to know what survival looks like as opposed to what strength looks like. So put an S for survival and an ST for strength. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready? Everybody, give me some hearts. Give me some hearts if we are ready. I don't want to miss anyone. I want everybody to participate. Give me some hearts out there if you are. Yep, ST first of all. ST is going to be for strength. And S is going to be for survival. All right. So give me a S for survival, ST for strength. I'm going to read this scenario. After being disappointed by several people over the years, Michelle refuses to ask anyone to help. She pays every bill herself, never shares her problems, and says, people always let you down. Read that scenario one more time. After being disappointed by several people over the years, Michelle refuses to ask anyone for help. She pays every bill herself, never shares her problems, and says people always let her down. Now, I can think of times where I myself have been, in that place. But what would you call that place? Would you call that a place of strength? Would you call that a place of survival? What would you call that? Pays all her bills. Positive. Never shares with anyone. And people always let you down is her statement that she carries. Definitely a survival mode. Now, if you can relate to that, you can understand why it would be a survival mode. She isn't being independent. She wants to be, maybe, but she's been very protective of herself from being hurt again, to being let down again. So her true strength maybe is in discovering that she needs to rely on someone else sometimes. So lean on trusted people is probably what Michelle needs to work on. All right. Now, with all of this, you determining whether a strength is a true strength or a survival mode is a survival mode. Remember, we're doing S for survival mode and ST for strength. Another scenario. Kevin has worked all week long. His friends asked him to help move furniture on his only, I said only, day off. Kevin politely says, I care about you, but I really need my day of rest. How would you describe it, folks? What would you do? Is that a strength or survival? What is Kevin demonstrating right now? We tend to think of survival modes as kind of eliminating us. But is Kevin demonstrating a survival mode or a strength? Okay. I got you, Brandy. I think that was Brandy. Yeah, Brandy. I got you, Brandy. You're right. You're right. It's a strength. It's a strength that we are taking time for ourselves. This is his only day off. If he can't do it later or at another time, you become important to you. It's all about awareness of where you are at that time. Don't overgive. Don't be a people pleaser. These are these things that will steal our quality away from us and living the life that we can live and be able to communicate it effectively. As I heard people say, no is a one-word sentence. And that's true. Learn how to say no. It's becoming my favorite. It's becoming my favorite word. No. That's it. That's all. So one more scenario, and then we'll go on. This scenario says, every time someone asks Jasmine how she's doing, she smiles and says, I'm fine, even though she's struggling with anxiety and feels alone. Okay, I like that. Truly. As we were talking about Kevin, yeah, it says, Brandy says, answer strength because he puts himself first. He has made himself a priority before he made them. And that's important. We have to make ourselves a priority. You don't want to live from your past. You can't drive only in that rearview mirror, looking backwards. Even in the good soil, as a seed, you're going to sow good soil just around yourself by taking care of yourself as a priority. Living healthier, eating better, taking rest as a necessary precaution to being better for yourself, being better for your body. And that's exactly what Kevin did. Now, I think I was reading number 3. And this scenario is about Jasmine. And she says, every time someone asks Jasmine how she's doing, she smiles and says, I'm fine, even though she's struggling with anxiety and feels alone. Have you ever felt alone? That's a typical answer, though. A lot of people go through life saying, I'm fine. Definitely. Definitely. I'm fine. Are you fine? Seriously, are you fine? And that's how we describe our behavior and the way we feel inside. Someone tell me what fine feels like. Uh-oh. So it's definitely a survival mode that Jasmine is choosing. She's hiding her emotions. She's, protecting herself and almost living from past behavior. But healing begins when we allow ourselves to feel safe with other people, safe in trusting other people. So this is what we have to understand with this healing process we're in. And in that little scenario, Jasmine can feel better by opening herself up to feel safe around people. We have to build the level of trust. We have to. It's necessary for our survival. We are not an island to ourselves. So in that little quick game, you kind of see where strength is used and where you are not just using strength, you're using your own know-how to be out of that survival mode. You need to relate. You need to build a trusting behavior. You need not to be the people pleasing. And Lady B says, I'm fine means I'm coping. I really like that, Lady B. Coping. Coping with what? It has to be something in your rearview mirror. Something from your rearview mirror that you have not acknowledged about yourself. And a lot of people don't take the time to ask themselves these questions that go deep from the past. And Brandy says, I promise you, Jasmine feels like that is strength because she puts on her smile and says she's everything, says that everything's okay, and that's the worst way to survive. True, Brandy, it is. Definitely. Because why? It's a mask. It's not authentically who you are. You're not showing people who you really have inside of you. I'm fine. As Lady B says, it's a coping. It's a coping mechanism. Now, in distinguishing strength from survival, we are processing through so much. And there's no shame, there's no shame in survival. Because what we have to do with it and everything that comes to us, we have to see if it's a lesson or a blessing. And sometimes it's both. Because if it's a lesson, that means you gain something from it. And guess what? With the blessing, you gain even more. That's called a transformation, a transition, things that will make you blossom and bloom in your behavior and your relationships. Lady B says, because people use your survival and your strength against you. They will. They will. They sure will. They sure will. But again, as we said, grow your soul, grow in good soil, And that good soil, when it's around you, you know. And when it's not around you, guess what? You know that too. You have to use what we call discernment in that. How does it make you feel? Are they making you feel uplifted? Are they edifying you? These are all things that make you better. And also in that circle, make that circle you're in better. Okay? So don't blame yourself for trying to survive. You just have to think the situation. And then you take it and you process it. And you teach yourself that I'm good enough. I can learn how to grow. I can learn how to be better through this. Because in what I know to be true, healing is not the destination. Healing is the foundation. So with survival and strength, be able to recognize it, be able to discern, be able to make that fertilizer be the best fertilizer in your soul. Select who you want to be in that soul, but do it with good selections and good reasonings and good discernment. You know where you want to go. Make sure the people that accompany you know where they're going to. Why? That's only going to do is pull you up and make you strive, challenge, and be better. All right, guys, I really, really, really enjoy conversating with you. And I want to, at this moment, tell you kind of where I'm coming from. I always base it on a scripture. And when I use a scripture, I want you to have the best foundation possible. And this is the scripture that we should do everything from. Because guess what? In our basic instructions, it says so. God said we should live through love. So in 1 Corinthians 13:13, we are going to rely on that word from our basic instructions. That word that gives us grounding in the word love alone. And it says, now, let me quote it exactly. I don't want to misquote. Now, these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Think about that. That is not only love for yourself, that's love for anyone that comes in your path. The greatest of these is love. So the better you are at demonstrating a better person for you, you'll be demonstrating the same thing for the person or the people that come into your circle, that come into your environment. Yes, Brandy. Amen. I understand that. Absolutely. Brandy said, yes. Delisa said, hello. Hello, Delisa. How you doing, love? I am talking about the scripture, 1 Corinthians 13:13, and how that is the foundation of where we should grow from. And as it read, and I'll read it one more time. Now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Yes, the greatest of these is love. Something that we cannot do without. It's one of those basic necessities in living life. So use that to think about being better, progressing better, growing, and doing the things that you need to do to enhance your life and have a better life and have a better relationship in that life. In relationship with who? Well, the relationship starts with you first. It's that self-love thing. You got to love you before you can love anyone else. Thank you. Thank you. Brandy Henderson says, great first episode. All right. I know a lot of us have things that we're doing. And at this moment, what we're going to do right now is take a quick break. We're going to just take the time to process what we're doing, to transgress with the old and walk into the new. And make yourself better as a process. And as I said, remember, healing is not the destination. Healing is the foundation. And when you do that with love, we'll get better. We're going to take a short break. and come right back here because we're going to go through some more things where we can get to the process of being without pain, not living or driving through that rear view mirror. So don't go nowhere. Come back. This is Lady to Love. Come right back here at INN L.U.V.E.2.
Faith over fear. Much prayer, much power. With a God crew. And we invite you. Faith over fear. We walking in power. Much prayer. Much power. We stand firm every hour. Come to Christ, let him heal your soul. Join the God crew. Let the Savior take control. Tuesday, Thursday, meet us online. 8 p.m. Eastern, come and shine. 7 p.m. Central, don't miss your place. We lifting up Jesus and chasing his grace. Sunday morning, start your week off right. 9 a.m. Eastern, let your faith ignite. 8 a.m. Central, tell the whole crew to come through. Check your local time, we're waiting on you. No fear, more faith, more prayer, more power. Come fellowship with the God crew today. Jesus is calling. Don't wait another minute or another hour. Will you accept God's invitation today? Much prayer, much power. With a God crew, and we're inviting you to come get your praise on with us. Much prayer, much power, power. Much prayer, much power, power. Yeah, it's time. Justice, fairness, second chances. Set them free, let them live again. Yeah. Second chance, let it begin again. Yeah. Call your leaders, make it right. SB 25, it's time to stand up and fight. Yeah. They get the time now, hear our cry. Families waiting, asking why. Justice ain't just punishment. It's redemption, it's common sense. One voice, one call can change it all. Pick up the phone, let freedom call. Set them free, let them live again. Second chance, let it begin again. Call your leaders, make it right. SB 25, it's time to stand up and fight. Set them free, let them live again. Second chance, let it begin again. Call your leaders, make it right. SB 25, it's time to stand up and fight. Mothers praying, children dreaming. Bring them home where they should be. Fair is fair, let mercy rise. We the people hear our cry. Justice for all, not just for some. We won't stop till the change is done. Raise your voice, don't wait, don't stall. Freedom should belong to all. Set them free, let them live again. Second chance, let it begin again. Call your leaders, make it right. SB 25, we will win this fight. Set them free, let them live again. Second chance, let it begin again. Call your leaders, make it right. SB 25, we will win this fight. Say it loud. Second chance. Say it proud. Second chance. SB 25. Let go. Freedom now. Justice matters. Do what's right. Call your government officials today. No more wait. And tell them to pass the bill. SB 25.
Come party in the vault at the Here Reserve Bling Vault, where you unlock the bling, raid the vault, and frost yourself with our fabulous $8 accessories. At the Here Reserve Bling Vault, our mission is to engage, connect, and build a vibrant community of customers and team members through our exquisite range of affordable accessories. We strive to create lasting relationships and foster a sense of belonging, where every interaction is an opportunity for empowerment and inspiration. And for all the links to follow, it is the Hill Reserve on Linktree. And be sure you register to shop to frost yourself. And you know, we always keep Lady V frosted on the Too Gone, Too Long Judgment-Free Radio. Come on in and frost yourself.
Got a story light when it's dark. From poetry vibes to soulful flames, from dating smart to faith that remains. We don't just read, we rise, we win. Turn that first page, let change begin. Read it, feel it, flip that page and catch these MP vibes. We grow, we glow, every chapter helps you roar and flow. Oh, it's that breakthrough energy. Oh, it's that MP flow. We're not just books, we spark breakthroughs. We're not just words on the page, we awaken you. We're soul shifters, mindset lifters. One good book, our story is a gift. In, read it out loud. Feel it deep in your soul. If you need change, grab it, seal it, and don't forget to tell the world about it. We're in, we stand loud and proud. Storytelling that moves the crowd. Scan that code, don't waste no time. Don't sleep on us, go to Linktree now. Come run with MP Book Club. We bring stories to life, raw and true. MP Book Club. Don't forget to grab a book from us.
All right. Great commercials. Hope you get into that EMP. All right. Yes. Some beautiful things happening. Beautiful things happening. I am part of the EMP group. Hey, let's put it up close. Love lifts me. Copy of my book. Portrait, y'all. Author. Let me show you this one too. Hey, while I'm going at it. Hey, can you see it? Yes. Warrior Women Roar. Yes, definitely. Beautiful stuff. EMP is doing a thing. Doing a thing. All right. Now, that was enough. I added to the commercial break. But anyway, it's what I wanted to do. I think it's my show, right? Yeah, it's okay. Now, let's go into some more things that we can use to build our character, build who we are, and make ourselves better. Make ourselves better. That's what the goal of all of this is. When you're in a relationship or when you're communicating with someone, you want to be better. You want to have them give you better. And vice versa. You want to receive better and give better. So it's a give and take situation. And that's the way communication is and conversation. All right. So now in real conversation, when you think about what pain has been the hardest for you to release, I'm asking you guys out there in the audience, what pain? You have to think about it. Take time, because you know what has made you feel like I'm driving from that rear view mirror. I'm still there. Something that's triggered you. You know, just like I know. You know, what are your pet peeves? What are the things that make you reflect on that rear view mirror, that bad soul that was around you at that time? Everyone has gone through these things. So what pain has been the hardest for you to release? Yes, I'm going to go deep because that's who I am. I go deep because I have to assess who I am and what I'm doing and how I'm growing. This is the thing where your awareness about your self-love for you. Uh-oh. Lady B says inconsistency is my trigger. Of course, we all have them. My trigger is being unreliable. I don't like it when I give you my time, even if it's in conversation, and I can't rely on you to assist what you say you're going to do. So that's my trigger. Lady B says inconsistency. We all have triggers. We all have things that make us go in that rearview mirror. Oh, I know what's going to happen. Then we start that overthinking, hitting into that survival curve. Why? Because we want things to be done correctly to a certain level. And we all expect that from one another. That's basic human decency. If I can rely on you, you should be able to rely on me. Yeah, that part, Brandy. Brandy Henderson says that part. And when we don't find that connection where we have that balance of being able to rely, the scale starts tipping up and down like that. You want a balance in it, okay? I know I can count on that. That person's solid, as they say. Yeah, I can count on you because your word means I can rely on that. So what pain has been the hardest for you to release? You have to assess. Go back in that library up there. What has affected me? What has made me not want to count on this person? What has made me want to be isolated? What has made me overthink? What has made me want to be a people pleaser? Do I feel like I'm not good enough? I mean, I was guilty of that. I have been guilty of that. And I do believe mine came from like being the oldest in the family. So I was always trying to adjust and do things for others. I mean, the good book says others first, but I'm sure he meant in moderation. So what was the pain that you found the hardest to release? And while you're thinking about that, you think about what was the hardest to release, you have to also think about, okay, how can I take that pain and not make it a pain anymore? Uh-oh. I understand that one. Lady B says family. Been there. Been there. That's the core of our environment, where we grow up, where we've been reared. So family has to be some of those issues that we reflect on, in maybe not so positive ways sometimes. But how do we get to the better? This is something we have to constantly keep asking ourselves. How do we get to that better? No matter what happens in that rearview mirror, in that bad soil, how do you get to better? Should always be your constantly evolving question. So when you look at that, you have to think about some things that may help you cope. Okay. Delisa says failed relationships. Delisa, I don't want to compete with you, hon, but I got something for you on that. I can tell you the truth on that. Failed relationships. Hey, it makes you want to be guarded. Because again, you're saying, who can I rely on? Who can I trust? Who's got my back? Been there, Delisa. I can definitely tell you. Failed relationships. Okay? Been there. Yes. I have to laugh. That's what you have to do. Some of this is nothing but therapy. So we have to laugh. It's a process of learning what is for you and what isn't for you. And then after you think you know, just stop and let God do the rest. Surrender. That's what I've done. I'm not going to push myself to make them see who I am. I'm good all by myself, at least for right now, until God sees fit to change it. But that's how we have to perceive what we're doing and what we are grasping and how we're growing. It's a process of you and yourself being better for who? Just for you. Because when you are better for you, as I said before, your circle becomes better. Because you're going to gravitate to the people that give you that same energy, that same understanding, that same vibe, as they say. But when you are in the crab barrel, as they say, you don't get that. Your soil does not become soil that will help you grow. Someone will give you a challenge, and then you will exceed that challenge, and then you may get some hate, as they say, some jealousy. Okay. It's a part of life. You're going to get bad soil around you. You're going to get people that think you should not be. But remember, out of those three, faith, hope, and love, the greatest was love. So keep loving yourself. Keep showing that love. And Lady B says, I know all about that. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, we have to. It's a requirement. So when you think about looking at my pain, my hardest thing to release, you have to give it up. You have to give it up. You have to surrender to it and say that that's no longer me. I mean, somebody may think it's you, but it's no longer me. You can assume who I used to be, but that's no longer me. And you don't have to explain anything to anyone. You can just do you. And be the greatest you can be. So that's the strength of it all. That's the knowing who you are. And the pain that you had within, you have to take time to do an awareness check. And there's nothing wrong. And I want to keep saying this because I've said there's nothing wrong with finding someone who can be a confidant to your pain, a confidant to your struggle. When you share that, you're feeling like you are part of and not isolated by yourself. Delisa says, amen. Yes, Delisa, amen. We must take care of ourselves. And the pain that we feel, failed relationships, family, inconsistency, independability. I couldn't depend on anyone. Those are things that we'll find that the more we make ourselves better, guess what happens? You are just like a magnet and you attract what's good for you to you. So that's where that love comes in. That's where that love comes in naturally. And that verse I just gave you from the good book of instructions, the basic instructions from 1 Corinthians 13:13, remember, it's love that grounds it all. And as you can say, just the opposite. Lady B says, hate is real, but my love is stronger than the hate people bring to my doorsteps. And they will bring it just that close. So when you realize the hardest thing you have to release is something that you surrender. surrender it. And know that the bad, the good, and all is going to make you better. It's going to make you show that love. Corinthians 13 and 13. 1 Corinthians 13 and 13. Show that love. Be a product of that love. Be grounded in that love. But it all starts with you first. Being dependable. Is my word worth anything? How do you want them to see you? Being inconsistent. Is my actions dependable? How do they see me? Am I showing up the right way? These are all questions we have to ask ourselves. Because in the circle that you're in, you created it. You have to ask yourself that question about the soil. Is the soil good or is the soil bad? And again, that's been your selection. Nobody is forcing you to be in that environment. That's where you have to diagnose what is happening to me. How is it happening to me? Why is it happening to me? Why am I still here? Is this good for me? Is this a no situation? All those different questions that you will ask yourself to progress to better. I don't want to talk too long. Let's find something good to do. Because I like your engagement with me and I'm loving what's happening right now. And this is just real conversation that I'm bringing out right now because it's a part of, getting rid of that pain, getting that pain off your back. When you learn to release that pain, you have gone into an area where you find peace. You won't hang on to things that are just there as if that's your last hope. You'll let it go. You'll let it go. Because what comes back to you should come back through the goodness of God. And that's how you should receive it. So in all things, what you need to do, just validate yourself. Validate yourself. Oh, I'm not feeling like this. Then take time to clarify why you're not feeling like that. Or why you are feeling like that. These are things you can do yourself. But they are good things that you would find a good friend to do for you. And then lastly, you want to kind of redirect your thoughts to the positive, to where you gain that lesson and that blessing. See, it's not one or the other, because if you're gaining something, a gain is always a plus. A gain is always a plus. You learn your lesson, and then you receive that blessing. And as I said, that blessing is bountiful. It's more. Because it may be God is redirecting you to the right place you need to be. To the right person, to the right situation, to the right opportunity. So don't live through your pain. Let it transgress, get away from you, totally be that lesson. Because guess what? Behind it is the blessing. Remember that. Remember that, because it's always a way to be better. It's always a way to be better. And everything that we are going over today, I don't want to make it seem like it's always something you have to work on. But yes, Delisa, as you say, love on yourself. Yes, love on yourself. Don't accept what you know to be, I'm just going to say this, red flags, and we talked about that a lot in another show that I'm on, Ladies Love Lounge. But don't allow overlooking of those signs and signals. Okay? So you have to live beyond your pain. Think about this. You're carrying a heavy backpack. a real heavy backpack. This backpack is filled with nothing but rocks. Now, as you're going along, you're walking up a mountain. And you have the choice of lightening your load. But you choose which rocks you're going to get rid of, which stones you're going to get rid of. Some of them are boulders because we've held on to them so long. So if you make a healthy, smart choice that makes you progress and grow, you get to lighten that load. You can't hold on to the things that don't advance you. So think about taking that pain or those pains, because it may be more than one, and walk up a mountain with it. And the farther you go, the steeper it gets, the air gets thinner, the load gets heavier. You should release that load. Release that load. And by the time you get to the top of the mountain, if you have a pebble, you've graduated. Think about that. Carrying all those pains and hurts up the side of a mountain. And you're carrying them because. Are you fearful? Are you isolated? Are you overthinking? Are you a people pleaser? Are you hyper independent? These are things that we release. Those stones, those rocks, those pebbles, those boulders. You should get to the point where eventually you're not carrying the weight at all. That weight that slowed you down, that weight that made you that different person, you're not carrying it at all. So that's the best thing to do. You think about the concept of carrying that with you wherever and whomever you meet. Those boulders, those rocks, those stones, those pebbles, they become unimportant because it's a weight that weights you down. And you want to be stronger. You want to be wiser. You want to be freer. And you want to keep moving forward. Remember, there's always a way to get better. And that takes forward movement. You have released that rearview mirror. You fertilized that soil to the positive. And that's where you keep growing. So with that, you know, those are the things that you were going to do to make you better. So that's living, living beyond it. So how do you build a new identity? How do you build a new identity? Tell me, what do you do to make yourself better? Give me an idea of what you do to make yourself better. List some things. What do you do to make yourself better? I know me, I had to change habits. I had to start doing the things that made me progress and move forward. I had to say, well, this person is not dependent. Cut. Oh, well, not meant to be in your circle, I guess. Release. Let it go. These are things that we have to do to make ourselves better. So tell me, what have you done to build that new identity in you? What have you done to not carry that backpack on your back? How did you release it? How do you get rid of one of those stones? At least one. Did you take some time out for you? Because awareness is, again, where it starts at the beginning. If we don't assess ourselves, we'll find that we have not progressed. And Delisa says, change your circle. Yes. Change your circle. Then you're going to get somebody thinking that you're better than everybody else, right? Okay. that might be the case. You are. Now tell me something about that. What's wrong with it? Just means you were in the wrong circle in the first place. Okay? They say you look desperate. No, not desperate, progressive. Jealousy will arise. Oh well, keep moving. Keep growing. Because your backpack is getting lighter. They might just be picking up those rocks that you're throwing out, those boulders that you're leaving, but you let them. Like Lisa says, change your circle. That is one way to do it, without a doubt. Change your circle. Take some discernment, take some evaluation, but that's how we progress. Lisa says, step outside my comfort zone. You have to. Because comfort means I'm used to everything that's around me. And everything around me has made me feel just like I want to feel. There's no challenges in comfort. Okay? Make new goals. That's a definite. That's a definite. Making new goals. So, like I said, you have to say, I am better. You have to make some affirmations that say who you are and how you are and where you're looking to go. You want to replace things like fear. You want to replace fear with intentional choices. Where are you going? How are you getting there? How are you planning to be when you get there? What is supposed to happen when you get there? How and what is the next level after you get there? Yes, you always got to grow. There's no limit to growing because, again, better does not have a limit. So with everything that you're doing, you want to definitely know that you are learning every day, that you value yourself and you have value, that you're capable of growing. You may not have those friends that you used to have, but that means you'll get new friends. New friends that probably will fertilize that circle and that soil and make you even better. So that's what it's about when you are beginning to grow and do better. And I've been talking about different scenarios where you are imagining yourself in growth and in the process of building a better you. You have to work on your focus because you got to know where you're going. And a lot of times what we don't do is celebrate the little things. Yes, the little ones. Little ones. Yes, they count. Why do they count? Because little things build up the bigger things, build up the bigger things, build up the bigger things. And he said, have faith like a mustard seed in the good book and our basic instructions. If you have that faith like a mustard seed, that means you plant it, you can plant, and then you can grow. And that's a small seed. But you got to have it to know that you have it within you. So understand that you have to celebrate the small things. Have a good focus. Have some goals. Change habits. Make some affirmations. Be intentional about the affirmations as well as the goals, as well as the habits. So you have to have a purpose in your statements and intentions and knowing where you're going. And don't let fear even involve where you're heading. Don't let it confuse you because it will do that. It will definitely do that. And everything I'm saying tonight, I hope you guys grasp just where we're going with this. The things that we want to do is build. And there has been no other thing to celebrate in this month, in just this month alone, than our fathers. They've helped us become who we are. They've helped us realize that we can grow, we can be better, we can do better, because they have built the foundation for us to just go on that path. So this month is Father's Day in this month. So I'm going to call it Father's Day month. Made a new day. Okay. But we celebrated Father's Day in this month, just this past weekend. And what I'd like to do is to honor the fathers right now in my show, because I want them to know that we care. Thank you. Thank you, Thalisa. I see you say, find your passion. Thalisa Moore says, find your passion. Yes, you have to. But we are celebrating fathers in this to say that we care, we love you, and we know that you have not been just putting in us the things that are temporary. You put in us the things that will make us grow, make us be better. And so, fathers, we are sending you love. And this is a tribute to the fathers. And I'd like to say, enjoy it and celebrate Father's Day, as well as the whole month. Fathers are just like mothers. We care, we support, we do the things that are necessary, even beyond our children knowing. So, fathers, we salute you with this tribute.
This one is for the fathers. For the fathers, we love you. The men who showed up, the men who stayed, the men who carried us, even when nobody carried them. Somewhere there's a father waking up before the sunrise every morning, making a way, working through the pain while hiding tears behind his eyes. Nobody knows, still standing. Oh, what a mighty strong man, trying to make a dollar out of dreams that fell apart. Pushing for the family, never quitting, never giving up, still finding ways to put a little hope inside our hearts. Somewhere there's a grandfather praying on his knees, asking God to cover every branch of his family tree. He may not say I love you every single day, no, he may not, but you can see it in the sacrifices he makes. Oh, somewhere there's a man who never had a child, but stepped in and became a father anyway somehow, showing us that fatherhood is bigger than just a name. It's about the love you give and not the blood inside your veins. They don't always get the flowers they deserve. Oh no, no they don't. No they don't. They don't always hear the praise they need to succeed. Oh no, it's not enough. But every life that's ever blossomed is because of you. It started because somebody stayed and didn't leave. Stayed and didn't leave. Fathers don't cry. No, no, they carry us. They carry us. Each and every day. Through every storm. They carry us. Through every struggle. They carry us. Through every season life gets rough. They carry us. You were there. You were there. You see heart and gave his life to carry and love us. Some fathers work 2 jobs just to make ends meet, working overtime, making sacrifices for us. Some fathers miss meals to make sure we can eat. Thank you, Dad. We didn't know. Some fathers are raising their babies all alone, learning how to be mom and dad when nobody else is home. Single fathers, we see you. Some fathers make mistakes, some fathers lose their way, but find redemption in the love they give to us each and every day. Some fathers are in heaven now, watching from above, still wrapping and covering us in prayers and unconditional love. Some fathers are standing right beside us, still showing us the way, teaching us through his actions what real love looks like each and every day. A father's hand may grow weary, his body may grow old, but the love he leaves behind him is worth more than silver and gold. Fathers don't cry, they carry us through every storm, through every struggle, through every season. When life gets rough, they lift us up. When they are weak, they fight battles nobody sees. And if you've ever been loved by a father, then you know what heaven feels like. Today we honor every man who gave his heart and gave his life. So here's to the fathers who never gave up, the fathers who prayed, the fathers who stayed, the fathers who sacrificed, the fathers who forgave, the fathers who protected, the fathers who provided, the fathers who showed us what strength really means. Today we honor you and want you to know you are seen, you are appreciated, you are needed, and most of all, you are loved. They carry us when life gets heavy. They're the ones who teach us how to rise above our circumstances. They're our heroes, our shells, our foundations. They're our strength, and every lesson, every prayer, every sacrifice remains and doesn't go unnoticed. Today we celebrate all the fathers, the grandfathers, the stepfathers, the bonus dads, the mentors, the father figures, and every man who chose to love. May you never question your value, may you never question your purpose, may you never question your impact, because generations stand stronger, because you stood first and chose to carry us. To every father, the world may never fully understand the weight you carry, but today we see you, we thank you, we honor you, and we celebrate the love that built families, the strength that built communities, and the faith that built legacies. Happy Father's Day. Because of you, we stand taller. Because of you, we dream bigger. Because of you, we know what love looks like today. God bless every father, forever honored, forever appreciated, forever loved. Today we want to carry you. A father's greatest gift isn't what he leaves for his children, it's what he leaves inside them. Fathers don't cry, they carry us. Today, we thank you for carrying us.
All right. That is the tribute to our fathers. Definitely. Thank you, Delisa. Thank you. The last part of this is working on your transformation. After you've gone through diagnosing, dissecting, getting those rocks out your bag, planting that soil that's positive for you, not looking in that rearview mirror and driving from the rearview mirror. After you've done all those things, you come to a level of transformation where you should be proud of yourself. Proud of yourself. And when you do that, what I want you to realize is you've made a better future for you. You're growing and progressing. And you're looking at that better every day. You're no longer letting a pain hold you back. You're no longer letting a pain describe who you are. You're no longer that person. You're growing. You're getting better all the time. Now, you may understand one good thing from this, and I hope you have several. But when you're in this transformational stage, you need to make sure you're grasping it and holding tight to it. Because, of course, one day you can stop, but that don't mean you quit. You got to search for the positive in it. Just like when you go on exercising, you might skip a day or you may forget a day. You just say, oh, I did it for 4 days. I'm going to pick it up and do much better next week. You challenge yourself. Don't let that one thing stop you. Because progress is a continuous thing and growth is also. And when you come to the level of transformation, you know you're looking at a future version of yourself. A future version of yourself no longer carrying those weights. So I want to give you some transformational takeaways. You may say, your past explains you. But the positive side, it doesn't define you. You may say, survival got me here. But the positive is the purpose is still moving you forward. You may say, healing creates awareness. Then the positive is identity creates transformation because you have to identify it. And one thing you need to know, your story isn't over. The best version of you is still waiting. It's waiting beyond anything you can fear. So I want you to challenge yourself. Take this time to do a 7-day challenge just for you. I mean, I'd like to hear it on the next show. How you've done what you did to take some of those rocks out your bag, stop driving from the rearview mirror, fertilizing that soul. I'd like to hear it. 7-day challenge. Every morning, I want you to ask yourself, who am I becoming today? Let's start with a small portion. If it takes you to just say, within this hour, do so. Then work on that. Remember, the small things count. And celebrate it because you're building the better you every chance you get. You can identify, you can journal if you like. Identify one thing, one rock, one rearview mirror you're not going to look in again. Identify one belief that you're going to replace after you throw that rock out, that rearview mirror, fertilize that soil. Then last thing I want you to do is take action. Take action. Because I want you to reflect on how you've grown and how much you've made a change in your own life. Those are the things that are necessary. That's where that love comes from. Starts right here. Starts right here. So I want you to wake up tomorrow and realize all your weights, all your rocks, all your rearview mirrors, all your fears are gone. Take a quick moment to write down how you feel. Because even in that moment, it's still possible. It can be done. As I said again, it starts with you. Then everything changes. And don't fear change. As I said before, that minute you had just a few minutes ago is not the same, and you can't get it back. So change consistently happens. Adapt with it, progress with it, and grow with it. And as I said about healing, healing is a destination, is not the destination, excuse me, let me say it correctly. Healing is the foundation, because you've got to have it to support you. No matter what you go through, when you feel you can't, you can. Yes, you can. And I hope that you like this episode. You come back and enjoy me again in 2 weeks, bi-weekly. I'll be here on the 2nd and the 4th Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 7 CST time. You can visit me at Linktree. There's my Linktree on the board. There's an assessment there I told you about. And what I'd like for you to know, that everything you do, you can do it from love. And I always have this closing statement that I say. If you live better, you can love better. And if you love better, you can live better. So what I want you to remember, you are the other half of my heart. Lady to Love here. Good night, everybody. Come back and talk with me.
Ooh, yeah. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Don't you act brand new. It's too gone too long. Judgment-free radio. And we're waiting for you.
Any artist, come on and shine. Business owners, this your time to show the world how you grind.
Drop your video.
Showcase your dreams.
Let the whole world know
Who you are.
too gone too long.
On Judgment-Free Radio. Radio.
Got a story, we want it.
We want it.
Got talent, don't hide it.
Time to show how.
Bring your heart, your hustle, your snacks.
We put you on the map. Got 'em screaming, who that?
Hey, that's you. Go ahead and brag. We celebrate you on the tube. Don't go long, Judgment-Free Radio.
We're lifting you higher and higher. No judgment here, just love and fire.
Step in the spotlight, let your purpose grow. With a family you've been waiting for.
Any artist, bring that heat. Business owners, take your seat.
Hit that link, let your greatness flow.
Long to long, Judgment-Free Radio. Turn up wide on up.
Click that link, boo.
Click that link, boom.
To go to long tree. Come on home.
Turn up wide on up.
This is where you belong. So go no long, Judgment-Free Radio.
Radio. Turn up wide on up.
Click that link, boo.
Turn up wide on up.
To go where you belong.
To God alone, Judgment Free Radio.
As we close this moment, take this love with you. Keep growing, keep healing, keep becoming something new. In love too, what builds and what binds. In love to create you. Remember, healing is not the destination. Healing is the foundation.
That's right, Lady to Love. Thank you for giving us our healthy tools.
In love too, love starts with you.
Until next time,
Keep healing, keep growing, and keep becoming.
thanks for watching.
In love too, with Lady to Love.
Your inspiration.
Solution.